Vietnamese imports, particularly steel and shoes, are facing delays in securing certification from the Bureau of Indian Standards, which has prompted Vietnam to urge India to expedite the process. This delay affects over 24 Vietnamese companies, impacting trade. The issue arises amid concerns from Indian manufacturers about rising imports from Vietnam, especially in the steel sector. India's focus on quality control through increasing quality control orders serve as a non-tariff barrier to manage the inflow of substandard goods and boost domestic production. These quality control orders require Bureau of Indian Standards certification for imported goods, leading to bottlenecks in certification processes. The question stands: how far is this aimed at? In today's video, we will first examine the above scenario is connected to which financial concept and how far is it relevant, and later we will question based on the trade policies as to how do quality control orders function as non-tariff barriers in the context of India's trade policy. So, hi everybody. Vietnam, benefiting from India's free trade agreement with Asian countries, cannot be subjected to tariff, making quality control orders a strategic tool for India. The surge in steel imports, with Vietnam as a significant contributor, has heightened these concerns. Indian manufacturers fear that countries like China might exploit the free trade agreement by routing their products through Vietnam, exacerbating the influx of import. India's stringent quality checks and certification delays are a part of broader strategy to protect domestic industries from cheap and substandard imports amidst growing trade dynamics with Vietnam and other countries. Now, this above scenario is aligned to few financial concepts, but the question is which one? The answer stands: number 1 is non-tariff barriers. This is a key concept where countries use measures other than tariff to control the amount of trade across their borders. In this case, India is using quality control orders as non-tariff barriers to manage and restrict imports from Vietnam. Number 2 is trade protectionism. This theory involves government actions and policies that restrict or restrain international trade, often with the intent of protecting local businesses and jobs from foreign competition. India's stringent quality checks and certification delays are protective measures to shield domestic industries from the influx of foreign goods, especially those considered substandard. Ahead, a question based on trade policies would be: how do quality control orders function as non-tariff barriers in the context of India's trade policy? Quality control orders are regulatory measures implemented by the Indian government to ensure that products imported into the country meet specific standards of quality and safety. These orders serve as a non-tariff barriers, which are regulatory and procedural requirements other than the tariff that countries use to control the amount and quality of imported goods. The mechanism of quality control orders as non-tariff barriers include: number 1 is certification requirements. Importers must obtain BIS certification for their product, which verifies compliance with Indian standards. This process can be lengthy and complex, creating delays and additional costs for foreign exporters. Quality control orders often require inspection and approval of the manufacturing facilities by BIS, which adds another layer of regulatory compliance that can slow down the import process. Number 2 is compliance with Indian standards. Quality control orders impose specific quality standards that products must meet to be allowed into the Indian market. These standards can be more stringent than international norms, making compliance challenging for foreign manufacturers. Product must undergo rigorous testing and documentation process to prove they meet Indian standards, further complicating and delaying the imports. And number 3 is administrative and procedural delays. The process of obtaining BIS certification involves multiple steps and interaction with various regulatory bodies, leading to bureaucratic delays. Existing certification must be renewed periodically, and any changes in the product or manufacturing process may require recertification, adding the administrative burden. Ahead, an impact on trade includes: number 1 is increased cost for exporters. Foreign exporters incur significant costs to obtain and maintain BIS certification, including fees for testing, inspection, and documentation. Delays in certification lead to increased cost for storage and logistics as product cannot be sold until certified. Number 2 is market entry barriers. The time-consuming certification process delays the entry of foreign products into the Indian market, giving it an advantage to domestic producers. The added cost and delay reduces the price competitiveness of foreign products compared to domestically produced goods. Number 3 is trade volume reduction. Stringent quality control orders and the associated compliance requirement can reduce the volume of import, as some manufacturers may find it too costly or cumbersome to enter the Indian market. Exporters facing significant barriers may shift their focus to other markets with less stringent regulatory requirements. And number 4 is protection of domestic industries. By imposing high standards and rigorous certification processes, quality control orders protect the domestic industries from competition with lower cost, potentially lower quality foreign products. Quality control orders can incentivize foreign companies to set up local manufacturing facilities to bypass import barriers and comply with Indian standards more easily. Ahead, the strategy used in trade policy include: Number 1 is balancing trade deficit. Quality control orders can be strategically used to manage trade deficits by restricting the inflow of imported goods, thus supporting domestic production and reducing the reliance on foreign product. Number 2 is enhancing product safety and quality. The primary justification for quality control orders is to ensure that all products in the Indian market, whether domestic or imported, meet high standards of quality and safety, protecting consumers and the environment. And number 3 is leveraging international negotiations. India can use quality control orders as a bargaining chip in international trade negotiations, offering to ease these barriers in exchange for reciprocal benefits from trade partners. In conclusion, by mandating BIS certification and adhering to stringent quality standards, India effectively delays and complicates the entry of foreign goods into its market. This not only increases costs for foreign exporters, including those from Vietnam, but also provides a competitive edge to domestic producers. The administrative and procedural delays inherent the BIS certification process, which create market entry barriers, reduce the price competitiveness of foreign products, and support local production. Hope you liked the video. Let's unlock together your full potential and achieve remarkable success in the world of business. If you are new to the channel, do like, share and subscribe for more such content related to business and finance. Till then, goodbye everyone.